Hello and welcome to Cosmic Energy Navigation Forecast for the week of March 1st through March 7th. I'd like you to take a moment to choose a number from 1 to 6. That number is going to represent the card layout that's going to help you navigate through the week for the Cosmic Energy Astrological Forecast that you can find as of March 2nd on my YouTube link. Now, let's dive right into it now that you know the number that you've chosen, 1 through 6. And I will, of course, let you see the cards that's matching the number you've chosen. And know that that one card is the GPS to help you through this particular week and also help you through your astrological forecast, combining your sun, moon, and rising sign. Now, if you're not sure of what your moon and rising sign is, you can go to astro.com, fill out all the information, and then you will have a layout of the sun, moon, and rising signs, and take your navigation card and bring them together, and you'll have a great story. In addition to the 6 cards that are laid out here, will also tell you a story. So let's see what's going to be taking place for this week and how you can navigate through this week. As we are starting off this week with a very powerful energy as on March 1st. So let's start with that first card. So your first card, those who chose the first card, this is your week for play. So when we think about play, this is your week for allowing your inner child to come out. Do something that's going to activate your inner child. Perhaps do something that you used to do when you were a child so you could bring out that inner child in you. Also, it's all about the throat chakra, which is interesting because the energy we've been in is really about activating the heart and the throat. So the throat chakra is about speaking to your inner child as well and being more playful when you chat. So with your friends and your significant other, be more playful, more flirtatious is what I'm hearing. And the number here is 16. So that 1 is all about a fresh start. Because by being more playful, you may have a new opportunity with things with your friends and partners. That 6 energy is about healing the inner child. And as you play more, be more of a playful person, you begin to heal who you are. Now, this is really all about going within. So it is really about connecting on an inner level, a deeper level, so you can connect with your inner child, so you can heal any experiences your inner child has had that you've been carried around. So it's really important to be more playful this week. So if you chose the first card, that's what it's all about, being playful. Let's see what the second card has. Second card's in reverse. So if you chose the second card, reverse cards means there's a little resistance, and that it's also in protection. But it's very important for you to hear. So this is about domestic harmony, bringing more harmony into your family life. That's what this week's going to be for you, bringing more harmony into your family life. And being that we are in Pisces energy, Pisces are a water sign and also an emotional, psychic, and empathic sign. So use that energy to bring that harmony into the family. And we're also focusing, and again, on the throat chakra. So our first card focused on the throat, and the second. And this is also about a master number. So it is a higher calling here. So it's really about that 4 energy. The 2 is about the partnerships, which is all about domestic harmony. The 4 is about building a better foundation in the family. So powerful card if you chose number 2. And just jumping back to number 1 for a minute, with that 7 energy, because I don't believe I mentioned it, that 7 energy is about going within, which is really about how we connect with the inner child. So I want you to make note of that. Okay, moving into the third card. If you chose the third card, this is your week to really trust faith. This is your week to allow yourself to take a leap of faith. And considering today is leap day, which I'm recording this on February 29th, it's interesting on how this is showing up for you. So taking a leap of faith. And when you do, it's actually going to help to heal the heaviness in your heart. And as I mentioned before, we have a lot of energy going on in the heart chakra. So it's very important to perhaps step into your faith. And using the numbers here, 5 and 6. 5 is about making some changes. So changing the way you think and start really trusting the process. 6 is about healing, which works you back into an 11 energy, which is a master number, such as the second card was. And it really is about stepping into your higher self when you step into faith. So if you chose the third one, it's all about faith this week. Our fourth card, interesting on how the throat chakra is playing a huge role this week. So we have spiritual guidance. So if you chose the fourth card, this is your week to really connect with your spirit guides. This is your week to sit in quiet and to really activate your listening, because your spirit guides are looking to tell you something. Your number here, another master number, it's 77. So in order to connect with your spirit guides, you do have to be quiet and go inward. And when we have those 7 sevens, it's a 14, which brings you into a 5. So your spirit guides have information they want you to know that's going to help change something, that's going to bring freedom. So there is a lot of communication with your spirit guides. And like I said, the communication, the throat chakra is showing up a lot in this layout. Our fifth card. Those of you chose the fifth card. This is all about a career change. So perhaps this is your week to redo your resume, or even better, rather than redoing your resume, maybe it's a time to turn around and get yourself a life coach to find out what career you may want to go into, perhaps an entrepreneur position versus a manager's position. So it's definitely about stepping it up in connecting with a life coach this week. Activating your third eye so you can allow yourself to begin to use your vision, your internal vision, to create that career change. And it seems to be the 7 energies floating around a lot, because our fourth card was a 7, our first card was a 7, so we have a lot of 7s here. So again, if you chose the fifth card, it is about sitting quietly and going inward. Moving into the 6th card for this week. Interesting run of cards this week. We have forgiveness. So if you chose the 6th card, this is your week to work on forgiveness. This is your week to really work on letting go of whatever you're holding on to for yourself, and of course for anyone else for that matter. So it's forgiving you and then forgiving others. And it's really interesting because it goes really well with that play in reference to interacting with the inner child. So if the inner child has any traumas that she or he experienced, they may very well need to be in a space of forgiving. So if you chose the number 6, that's what we're doing this week, forgiving. And there's a master number here as well. So that 9 is about transitioning and letting go of the heaviness, letting go of any anger or frustration or disappointment that you might have experienced that's leading you to need to forgive. And our double 9 is a 9 again. So it's all about transitioning and connecting with your crown chakra. So this is really about connecting to your higher self and letting go of the ego so you can step into that space of forgiveness. As you forgive yourself, you begin to forgive others. And always remember that when we forgive others, it's not that we're forgetting about what happened. We are just allowing the heaviness to be released. And that's important for our healing. So these are some amazing cards for this week. For the week again of March 1st through March 7th. And as I mentioned, whatever card you chose, so if you chose the first card, which is all about play, if you chose the second card, which is about domestic harmony, if you chose the third card, which is about faith, you chose the fourth card, spiritual guidance. Spiritual career is the fourth card. Spiritual career, not guidance. Spiritual career. I misread that. You chose the fifth card. It's about career change. So it's really interesting how those 2 cards are back to back. And then if you chose the 6th card, it's about forgiveness. So whatever card you did choose, that's your GPS card. That's your navigation card to help you through your astrological forecast that will be available on Monday, on March 2nd. It will be available. But all the cards come together to tell a beautiful story. And I'm sure by using all the cards and then combining it with your sun, moon, and rising sign, you're going to have an interesting week. I would love to hear your comments and any questions you may have regarding the card you chose and all the cards, and of course your sun, moon, and rising sign, feel free to leave those comments and questions at healingwithin76@gmail.com. For additional services, feel free to go to my website, which is barrycolognefitnessorus.org. And I do look forward to sharing the Cosmic Energy Astrological Forecast with you on Monday, March 2nd, and bringing all of this together. So till then, have a great night or day wherever you are.